Hey everyone, today we're going to start working with a Works Cited page, possibly for the first time in your collegiate career. Hopefully you saw it maybe way back in high school, but we're going to keep moving through MLA formatting. So if you remember back to how to set up an MLA paper, it's 12-point font. I say to use Times New Roman. It's double spaced. It has the page number and your last name in the top right corner. So Works Cited will continue all of that information. It just goes on its own page. So in this one, I don't have it set up with a page number or anything, just because I'm just showing you how to do this in terms of like the nitty-gritty of putting in your entries. But it would go in your actual essay on its, like you'd hit insert page break and there it is. So that I've just skipped that step for now. It does have a centerline title, just like your title of your papers. No bold, no large letters, nothing fancy, just normal text. And it's going to be either Works Cited or Works Cited. If you have more than one, then it's Works Cited. And you are going to have a PDF attached to this in Blackboard that has the basics and what shows you like what's needed for entries and stuff. So do reference that as we're going, and this information is on there as well. So we have our centerline title, Works Cited. There's multiple of them, and then we're going to go back to the left. And now we would just start putting in our entries. So when we look at our entries on the Works Cited page, there's basically three types of information you would need: the author, the title, and then publication information. If you have one author, it's just going to be last name, first name. If you have two or more authors, you would go last name, first name, and first last. So Cochran, Allison, and Lauren Winkins. If it's three or more, you list the first listed author and then put et al. And I'm going to show you what that looks like, but that's just kind of where we're headed. Titles are also a little bit tricky. If it's a longer work, so think a book title, a movie title, title of a journal, title of a website, not a web page, those are all italicized. Anything that's a shorter work, so a web page or an article, a short story, a poem, a song, those go in quotation marks. And then you follow that up with your publication information. So I already have two examples pre-made that I'm just going to copy over and show you. So this first one is for a book. A book would have author's name, title of the book, that's a complete long work, so it is italicized, the city of publication, the publisher, and then the year. You can see I only had one author, so I put Achibi, Chinua, and that is for an actual book you may have read in 10th grade. Then I would have, next have a scholarly journal that I found in a database from the CCCC library. So this one had more than 3 authors. So you can see I have the last name, what should be the first name. They didn't provide this author's full first name, and even though I tried Googling and like clicking around, I couldn't get it, so I had to leave it shortened to just an initial. And here's the et al. I was telling you. This basically means and everybody else. So that's how it would look. Then I've got the title of my article. You'll notice it's in quotation marks. And even though the publishers didn't do this, in MLA you would go back and correct these capitalizations. So MLA format says every proper word and basically a word that's more than 4 letters gets capitalized, as you can see. So I'm skipping in the and then commercial oyster. There are some formats that you will start learning about in English 112 where they disagree. That's not what you do. That's why this is the way it is. But I want you to be watching for that when you are creating your own entries, because you might have to correct it like I just did. I've got my journal title, the volume number, the issue number, the date of publication, the page numbers, database, and DOI. We're going to go more in depth than that in the next module, so I'm kind of skipping through that quickly, but you can see I've got my 2 ready. Now, I want to walk you through doing a web page, because that's the one that you're probably going to do a lot of time with, and it might require doing some digging. So I'm going to hit enter just so I can get started. If we go to this website, School Leaders Working to Revive and Renew Area Around Shaw University, that's my article title. I've got my website up here. You know, I've got my publication dates. Let's see, oh, I've got an author, and then I've got all this information. Please note that you might have to scroll sometimes. You're not always going to be so lucky as I was with this one and have all the information right up top. You might have to scroll. You might have to go to the About Us page to find like the date that the website was last updated. Because if there's no published date, you need to look at when they say the copyright date for the website is or when it was last updated. So please don't just be lazy and just like, oh, it's not there and skip it. Like, click around, do some looking, and you can always reach out to me for help with your specific link. So I've got my author, it's Aaron Thomas, and then the title of my article, I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste it because I can always change that formatting. So Thomas, Aaron, period, quotation mark. Oh my gosh, that is just insane looking. So I'm gonna keep text only, and you can see like it's corrected itself back to Times New Roman 12-point font. I have to fix my capitalization. Whee! Almost there, guys. Area around Shaw University. And then, oops, I've got that done. So then my next step is to put the title of the website. Well, we just looked at that. The title of the website is wrl.com. And I also have to put who published it. So this, I'm going to scroll to the bottom, and I can see it's copyrighted to somebody other than WRL. So I will use that information. So we've got WRL, it's the name of the website. Here's my publisher information. Again, make sure it matches the rest. Oops. And now I need my published date. I'm going to go back. And there were 2 of these, so this is what we have to do. We need to use the most recent one because that if there's something in May 16th, that updated on May 17th, well, we're looking at the recent information. So it'd be May 17th of 2022. In MLA, we go date, month, year, and then I need the URL, which I happen to copy already. I'm going to hit period, and I'm done. So I've got my entries. There are multiple of them. Now I need to make sure they're alphabetized, which luckily for me, they are. If they weren't, I just like, you know, move them around. It's not double spaced. We know that MLA is supposed to be double spaced. So in Word, we're going to right click and go to paragraph or use that little arrow right there. And we're going to go to double, and hopefully you remember we click this box so we don't have extra space going on, and we're going to hit OK. Perfect. I'm now double spaced. There's one more thing you do for works cited pages. You need something called a hanging indent. To do that, you're going to select these entries. Again, go back to paragraph if you're in Word, and you can see right here where it says special. You're going to drop down to hanging. It should automatically say 0.5 inches. You'll hit OK, and it does it for you. As someone who never knew about that until way too late in life, that is the best way to do it. Don't try to hit tab or anything like that. That will do it perfectly, because when you start typing another one, blah, 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 oh look, I've got an entry. It's so interesting. I love this article. It automatically did it for me. I don't have to try to figure it out myself. So just use that hanging indent option, but it is only for your works cited page. I will also note, as you can see, this will hyperlink. It's just part of what Word does. You need to go to this little lightning bolt option and hit undo hyperlink. You should not have a hyperlink in your works cited entries. So very quickly, just going to hop over to Google Docs. Let me pull it over for you. I'm going to update to my most recent one. Let me clear that formatting so it's not doing anything funky. Okie dokie. So everything should be Times New Roman 12-point font. So let me fix that. It's all solid black. I got it all updated. I need my double space and my hanging indent. So remember in Word, you go to Format, Line and Paragraph Spacing. Sorry, we're in Google Docs. Double. So when we need a double space, we're going to select it all, Format, Line, Paragraph, Double. Boom. For hanging indent, that's located in a different location. You're going to select the works cited entries, Format, Align and Indent, go down to indentation option. So there's a little bit further steps. So we're going to click on this, Special to hanging, again, it's 0.5. Hit apply and boom, it's beautiful. I love it. And then if you were to hyperlink in Google Doc, you just click on the link and you can see right here, it's a link symbol with a dash through it. You'd hit remove link and you'd be set. Let me know what questions you have.